Yeah, there we are. I got a guest lined up for tonight. I think we're fully back in business. Although I can't stream. Angela, you're crushing it today. You got extra mojo going on.
What's she drinking?
What are you drinking over there? Do you got anything to drink? Are you thirsty?
This is called a man mosa.
Oh, you made me have one of those man mosas, and it was delicious. I'm all about the man mosa. I'm having a man whiskey and Coke. Is what I'm having.
An official man mosa at our golf course right here has man mosas, $3 mimosas and $4 man mosas on Sunday. Theirs is a little prosecco, pineapple juice, and beer. So it's that's what this.
They charge an extra $1 for that, or they're just guys are suckers. Let's charge them a little bit more.
There's a shot of alcohol in theirs too. Mine's sparkling water instead. It's watered, diluted.
A little mellowed out.
Mellowed.
Well, look at this guy. Look at this guy here. Now we got the quad.
Bam.
Michael's in the house.
The only reason I joined because I knew I was the fourth, so I'm glad I'm here.
Yeah. So if somebody shows up, Michael's gonna leave because he doesn't want to distort the symmetry.
Exactly. It's pretty simple.
Can't. Oh. No.
See what happens? It's amazing.
Did you hear my straight up Midwestern come out? Oh, there he goes. Where'd he go now? What's up, guys? How you guys doing? How's everybody doing out there? It just feels good to be back with a Facebook profile, kind of.
You're Daniel now. I've had to adjust to that one.
I'm Daniel. I'm still debating. Now that Crypto Dan's not out there anymore, I'm debating if I just go back to Dan because they took Dan down.
What does your driver's license say?
Daniel.
So if you'd like to be meta verified, that's why
I was just debating if I want to be. Do I want to be? Hey, hold on a sec. Let me do this. But we're going to get to that, which is Happy Wednesday, everybody. Welcome to Home Service Happy Hour. This is the best business entertainment podcast on the whole freaking internets. With you, Dan Platta, Best Damn Bookkeeping. We got Angela Chanowski from Unique Genius she has a cool announcement coming up, but we're not going to announce it today because there's already a time to announce it later. Angela can decide if she wants to announce it. I'm announcing that she's going to have an announcement. She's not pregnant or anything. Not that I know of. It's nothing like that. The minute I said it, I was like, oh man, create this rumor. I don't want to create a rumor. Maybe she is pregnant. Now I'm going to feel really weird if she's like, oh, we're having a baby.
Dude.
Oh shit. Damn it. My bad. We got Sean Day from Higher Lead Chill, and we got Michael Gregory from Click Call Sell. The show is brought to you by all of us. All of us. Because we're here. We're bringing it to you. I got a new segment today, and so Jai was impressed that I actually beat him here today. I was the first one. Every once in a while, I do that to Michael and Sean and trip them out too. We have a meeting every Tuesday, and every once in a while, I'm early. It's weird. Most of the time, I'm 10 minutes late, but every once in a while, Dan, I just like to keep people guessing. I got a new segment today, and I steal all my segments from other podcasts, so don't even start thinking that any of this stuff is original, but I just think this was a really fun concept. We're going to be doing Prices Right today. I got 5 items lined up for you guys to bid on. We need Jai to be, what is it? Was it Rod Roddy, or who was the guy in the back?
Rod Roddy.
Rod Roddy. With his, hey everybody, we got up for a bid today. So maybe we need Jai to watch some old Prices Right videos, and then he can come in and be Rod Roddy.
It's a brand new like that.
Yeah, it's a brand new used whatever it is that I want you guys to tell me what it costs. So we got that segment coming up.
Yeah.
I think before we do that, we haven't talked a whole lot about our individual businesses. So I'm glad that the 4-pack is here, because I think it's a really interesting time of year for all of us, all of our clients. I'll say this. I was actually thinking about this while I was out running today, which is it's pretty cool that we can get a bunch of vendors in the home service space together and nobody sells anybody anything. Because I feel usually when you put a bunch of vendors in the thing, they're let me pitch you some shit. Instead, we just have a whole bunch of people here with a unique lens to help home service business owners with nobody trying to sell you anything. Right? We all get a unique lens of we can see what successful companies are doing. And so we get to use this platform to teach everybody what the top companies are doing. And we get to try to make it entertaining too. So I just like had that realization day, like how lucky are we to all be able to hang out the way that we do, but how and maybe I'm sentimental after losing my Facebook profile of like, oh shit, like I like to dog on Facebook, but damn, it's valuable to be able to share stuff with people. Just a little sentimental, but I hope you guys get something out of it too. We can like share cool shit. And so I want the opportunity for everybody that's here today to like share some cool shit about what they've got going on in their businesses. Angela can, share that she has an announcement coming up. She can't announce it. I don't think she can announce it. But at least you'll know it's coming. So that all said, what's going on? What's going on out there in the home service world? Anybody got anything happening?
There's a lot going on in the home service world.
Everybody,
it's a loaded question, man.
Yeah, I'm just throwing it to you guys. I'm tossing it out to you guys. Who's got something cool going down?
I feel like it's a good start. I have over 200 clients we talk to on a regular basis, and all I'm hearing is positive signs all across pest control, landscaping, exterior cleaning. People are booking jobs, selling things. It's a good start, good sign.
Really, really fast. And I'm trying to decipher if it's weather related because I'm biased being in the Midwest that like spring kind of came early. So I don't know how much is weather related versus just economics if people are like ready to spend some money again or what the deal is.
It could be. I will share an experience. I think I probably shared it here before. Actually, I know I have, but it's relevant to right now because this is when it should be told. Is at the beginning of the season right now. And if you guys have a different experience, share yours because I like your perspective as well. Everybody that runs a seasonal business, all the industries I just named, have been sitting around just waiting for this moment, right? Like something's going on. It's ready for spring. And so everybody who hasn't worked is answering their phone. They're not booked out for 3 weeks. They're ready to roll. Their technicians are ready. And the closing percentage is going to be a little bit lower. Cost per lead is going to be a little bit higher. And if you're taking too long to get to quotes, estimates, jobs, you're going to lose a lot of work. What's going to happen is truck in a truck, single person operations, they're going to get full, fat and happy by the first week in May. They're booked out until July. They're out of the game, which is why the more successful, 500K plus companies really thrive in May, June, July, because all the tiny people are out of the game. So if you're struggling now with average ticket or a closing rate, now is the time to really evaluate your sales process, because if you're taking too long, they call somebody else and they're on it. I heard it coaching a plumbing client this morning. Very similar experience. They said, we're going to be there tomorrow at 3:00. Showed up the next day at 3:00. The work is actually being done. So you cannot wait too long to close that loop and get to your customers as fast as possible right now.
I really like, to that point, this time of year, like the first go at it is when I love to hit the client list, because the market is just starting to look, but people are ready to buy, especially when you get a little bit longer days, a little more sunlight and vitamin D. I mean, it's hilarious. And Sean knows this better than anybody from back in the day when we were running maid service companies together in like the northern tier of the US. I mean, you would think half the people in the country had died the way January and February went in the maid service industry. And like you're inside the house, right? You're not even outside the house. It's not like the snow matters, right, to the consumer, but it does. There's something about the holidays and the drag from that and the days being shorter and people don't want to spend money. And like the minute you start getting, and this is like total Midwestern thing, the minute you start getting days with sunlight in the highs in the mid 40s and you're wearing shorts and the windows are down, because those two things happen together in the springtime. It's in the 40s, it's shorts weather, windows are down. The phone just starts ringing, and it doesn't matter what you're selling. But it's not enough to like fill up your entirety of your schedule. And especially if you're a super seasonal business that has maybe even been shut down for a few months, like that, the front of the line is when to get your client list going. Like everybody that knows you, put them in the front of the line, right? Fill the schedule up with them first. You'll have plenty of leads as you go to fill up the rest of your schedule. Like Michael said, the Chuck and his truck are going to fill up real quick anyway. And most of theirs are going to be repeat clients. The new leads are really going to be April, May. And you don't want to be trying to serve existing clients then. And we found this out the hard way in Minneapolis of like, we'd have too much demand in May and June, and then we'd have a huge drop off in July, but we would have been trying to serve repeat clients in May and June and not save them for July. So we learned to get after our repeat clients in March before the new clients started really blowing us up, and then save the client list, like not bash our client list and overuse it, save it for the summer months when we have a slowdown again.
So I use the acronym ACE: anticipate, capitalize, extend. And successful seasonal businesses, they do such a great job at this. Is that the game is how quickly you can go from zero winter to capacity as fast as you possibly can. And I literally just had a call with somebody who's going to go from $5,000 to $400,000 in 6 weeks. And so the ordinary to extraordinary is the people that can do that as fast as possible. How many people listening to this podcast, or how many people maybe here, have missed the season because you hired too late, you trained too late, you didn't turn your marketing on in time, and all of a sudden now you're trying to train everybody, get the CSRs going, and everything is happening at the same time when you can use your existing database to fill that early season schedule up, get to capacity, and then let your marketing keep you at capacity, capitalize on the season, and then you hit the extend part with your existing database again in June, July for anybody that did not take advantage of that. It's astonishing to me working with people that have like a database of 2,000, 3,000, 4,000 people, and you look at the numbers at the end of the year, and it's like 10% of your database used your service. That's a huge miss. And if you're got private equity or franchise organizations in your area, the one thing I've seen they're crushing it at right now is retention over acquisition. All of their focus is on the database versus the acquisition.
Yeah. I have a super cool win to share that kind of goes along with the seasonality thing. But I think it's also the and it's just a fucking cool thing to share. So I'm just gonna share it. You guys know Andy in Minneapolis, former business partner, still a client of Best Damn Bookkeeping and just a good friend of mine. He and I meet every single week to do like CFO stuff together. And he dropped on me yesterday that he just won a $4 million 5-year contract.
What?
And it's with the University of Minnesota. So all the work is over the summer months when we have our slowdown. Now that like, that's, you can't like pull the trigger on that right now, right? If you don't have irons in the fire to do that sort of thing, you don't have the capacity to handle that sort of thing. It's not something I'm saying like if you're listening to this, you shouldn't just go do that right now, right? That's not feasible. That's a long tail game, and got into it through our high rise business and just perfecting government contracts and understanding how they work and how to talk to them. And he said his proposal was 20 pages long and it's very safety oriented. I don't want to give away all the stuff. But I think when you're looking at the seasonality, right? And like we're hitting the peak season, but we can't forget that July, August, September is going to be slow. And the bigger you get, the slower it is. And I think that surprised a lot of guys because they go from chucking their truck where they don't feel that slowness because they fill up May and June now. And so a lot of times there's still enough leads for them in July and August, September, because they hardly even market in May and June because they're busy because they filled it up now. They don't understand how slow the midsummer months get or the late summer months. And the bigger you get, the busier you get in May and June, to exactly what your point was, Michael. And the bigger the drop off in July when everybody's on vacation at the beach and doing family stuff or whatever. And so finding ways to fill those summer months, part of it is your existing client list. Commercial work can be a huge thing. And if you can get commercial work in schools, which are off July and August, which is when most of us have holes in our schedule to try to fill up, it's just such a huge win. And now it's such a huge win. Now Andy's going to have like daytime work and nighttime work. I don't know how he's going to get it all done. Now he's going to be like trying to hire extra people for July and August instead of trying to figure out shit for them to go do. But props to Andy. I've never been so excited for somebody else's success. Like when he texted me that yesterday, I was like hugging my kids. It was just like, yeah, we got Andy got a thing. It's so freaking cool. I'm like, Dad, what are you doing? You're weird. And I was like, yeah. So anyway.
Super good guy too.
Super cool. Yeah, I'm just and I'm
All
glad in a funny way. After me going through a lot of weird partnership things, I'm really glad it happened to him after he was able to exit the rest of us, right? So like Andy gets the benefit of his labor, right? Like that was just cool for him to be the one to like work it and get it and have it be his. Like, dude should be fucking proud. That was super cool to hear. And he has a great marketing firm. You know, these click, call, sell guys has something to do with probably. Real good website. Actually, he's crushing it with Midwest Access with his high-rise business. Website probably doesn't hurt. He's got this click, call, sell website.
It's high rise. It's more. Yeah. I will say a win for me is people sometimes grow and bloom. I've seen conquerors grow and graduate and leave. We had one of our clients who were named nameless leave because he got to several $1 million in sales and was gone for a year and just came back. And I'm super stoked on that. Because it wasn't greener than the others. It happens all the time, but not somebody who gets to several million and then comes back. So that made my quarter so far.
We had a similar thing happen in bookkeeping where a guy left because he's like, we're complex enough and we're big enough. We'll just bring it in house. And then after like a few months, he's like, oh shit, we haven't done this thing went off the rails immediately. And I'm like, yeah, man, that's why you just got to delegate it to people that are anal about it, right? They won't let it get off the rails. They'll hound you for days. And we had a similar plumbing company left and they were going to bring it in house. They haven't booked the meeting with me, but I told our account manager, I was like, we just let them go. We give them as many hugs as we possibly can. We can think all we want to think about that they're making a mistake. But just like with your kids, sometimes you just got to let them make the mistake. And this 2 days ago, I got that email that was like, hey, really need some help. We think we got stuff going to the wrong spot and we don't know what any of our data means anymore. I'm just like, yeah. That's why you hired us. Remember that conversation about how we were going to help you with that? So I don't know where that one's going to go, but I do love that feeling where you're like, and there's two good feelings there. There's a little bit of, I told you so, even though you probably didn't tell them because you didn't want to be a dick. But there's a little bit of justification of your ego of like, haha. And then I think there's I let them go the right way that they still trust me to come back and didn't just go find another firm. I think that says a lot about Michael in your case, like the trust that they have in you and who you are and your personality, right? They could have went to any marketing company. And if they left on bad terms, or you said, F you guys, as they're going out the door, like, how dare you? I helped you, blah, blah, blah. If you break up with that client poorly instead of support them on their way out the door,
burn the bridge.
They ain't coming back, right? So there's
I make it a point. I don't say anything bad about any agency unless I have something malicious they've done in the past. And I can point to here's the experience that I have. Then I'm like, yeah, go for it. Try it. But if I know for a fact they're shady, and I'm not going to, of course, name names, but then I'm like, yeah, maybe you might want to consider somebody else. Because here's a story. But for the most part, I want them to be successful.
On March 14th, I reached out to somebody I did a demo with and just asked, what are we going to be doing? Are we going to be helping you out or what? And he said, no, I think I got this covered. And I said, no worries. I'm here if you need anything at all, always about anything. This morning at 7:46, new guy I hired just quit. We got to get this started right away. So we got to get this started right away. And it's like that happens at this time of year, especially because you try to convince them January is the right time to do it. February, definitely. You're getting late into March. So that's kind of what I see now on the recruiting end is, yep, tried it, didn't do well. They left. This guy didn't show up, help. And that's sort of where we're at now in that sort of limbo. And, we always talk about January is the time to recruit. So I had a client this morning in the maid service industry, and we're going over data, and it's like $1,200 spent in January, and it cost her about $1 per application. That's cheap. February, it cost about $3 an application. When she in March, she's continuing to do it. It tripled from there. So, and it's just the competition that comes in, and the labor market always gets smaller. So the data is there to prove that. So now you're going to have to boost more than you would have in January and February. We'll do it. We'll take care of it. But I'm telling you, January and February
probably for worse candidates because the good ones are gone. The good ones were proactive and got their job lined up, and they're gone. I like Kevin's comment here. Kevin Hargis says, sometimes the biggest mistake is not making mistakes. Growth you didn't learn from can be bad. Our best customers tried someone or something else and came back. And it's so true. And I think that's, I was talking to somebody today about how funny it is when you have the ability to start again. And Sean and I both kind of had that in the last year and a half. It was like we were forced in a funny way into a restart. And man, just the freedom it gives you to build it better after you're like, let me truly reflect on the opportunities and the mistakes, right? And then now I get to like take a new lens at them. Like to Kevin's point, man, there's just nothing better than a good old fashioned mistake to help you do better.
And every season is a restart too, right? Like for everyone, as this spring comes, that's the exciting part of a seasonal business. Like this is a restart. Like whatever happened in the past, the mistakes that you made in the past. I mean, Michael talked about going from 0 to hero and like nothing on the books to, hundreds, getting like tens of thousands of dollars on the books. This is a fresh start. You can do anything, even if you don't have anything on the books. Like this is such an exciting time that you can create your explosion, even if you're behind on the hiring, even if you haven't hired and you haven't trained and you haven't done the things, like you can explode in this fresh start.
Yeah.
I love that.
It's not for me. This is the opposite. I have like the opposite of seasonality. That spring is just like, oh my God, there's just so much stuff to do. Everybody stop bothering me. It's fun. It's exciting.
You can if you do the things that everyone said to do, though. Like Michael said,
Yeah.
I mean, we are such a society of people make that instant decision. Whoever said, maybe it was Michael, like, okay, we'll be there tomorrow at 3 and the service is done tomorrow at 3. Like, you gotta figure the stuff out of answering the phone, calling the people back, getting to them as fast as you can.
You need a VA. You need a VA.
Oh, jeez.
Well, you do need to answer your phone.
No, I'm not laughing. I was laughing. I sent something I shouldn't have sent. Nothing inappropriate, just something I should have sent. All right.
Oh, I wish it wasn't appropriate, so it was worth having you share it.
No, I don't have this. Is my work computer, man. All right.
Oh, are we supposed to have separate personal things? You mean like a Facebook page? I did. So I got to give you guys an update on that. So I had a chat yesterday. Let me make sure I get his name right. I'm going to totally pronounce it wrong. Where is he in here? He's in my calendar. Daniel Proxco from My Pocket Marketing. Do you know him, Michael? Do you know Daniel?
I know Michael Pisco, not Daniel Prisco.
Is Potsko.
Yeah, don't know them. Nope.
Proxco, My Pocket Marketing. Anyway, he does a ton of stuff with Facebook. And so he, Beth Eldridge, Sean, had introduced me to him and said, yeah, I had a issue with my business page. Daniel basically got on. He's like, here's the deal. Like personal pages, I don't give a shit if you got a blue check mark or not. You ain't getting it back. Like it's a long shot in hell that Facebook, especially if a bunch of people went ahead and reported it, which it sounds like you had a bunch of people do, which is the right move to get it taken down. But like once a personal page like that gets reported a bunch, they're very unlikely to relinquish that. Like you're going to have to start a new page. Which I already did. And then I don't remember if I told you, like this weekend I went on my new one and it was shut down. My new one got flagged and shut down for like 2 days. And I had to do the selfie walk around to like prove that it was me. And they shut down our home service happy hour Instagram account too.
Oh man.
So it was just like, like they're like trying to eliminate me. I had to do the selfie walk around video for that too. Eventually they after like a day or two, they relinquished it and opened it back up. But I think they were just like anything with Dan and Platta in it, it's got to go. But he said couple like tidbits that I want to share with everybody. I thought this was like useful stuff that we could all know. If you do get hacked like that, the only way to really talk to somebody at Facebook is through your business page. So you can go into your business, like the Meta business, whatever. So Giant actually need to do this. You can log a ticket in there and go through a few AI steps and then actually talk to a human. Now, the angle I have to kind of take is like, hey, my personal profile that was linked to this business page where I would like to spend some money with you guys, because of course it's just all about the money. That got shut down. And so his advice was like, if you want to get a personal page back, there's nowhere there. You have nobody to talk to. There is a facebook.com/hacked resource. And I think I talked about it on last week's episode, which is it's just a circle jerk. You just go in circles. There's no help. There's nobody to talk to. And if the hacker is a level 2 hacker or above, which would be like they're not a hack or something. I don't know. I guess they would be a hack, but they're not a hacker. If they know anything, they're going to change the phone number and the email address assigned to the account, and then you have no way of getting it back, because any attempt to get the account back is going to send the hacker the security code, and they know how to play this game, right? So you got to get the account shut down. So that was the right move. Then you got to go through your business portal to try to get it back, basically, and talk to a real human. That's your only chance. And so the biggest mistake that I made, that I think this was just good advice, is we all know to do multi-factor authentication. Like, we know that that's the thing to do. He said, don't have text messaging be your first authenticator. Always, always, always use an authentication app, because a text can be hacked. And that's what they did to me, which is the text would go, the hacker went in and put a different country code in front of my cell number and then bought the number in that country. So it was clearly, like, I think Jai and I looked at it, it was like clearly India. It was still my same cell number, but the country code changed. And so it would text their WhatsApp or whatever they were on with that number that they got. Then they would just have it text that number. And so they can hack and get the text to them. But the authentication code is just like on your phone. The backup, your like backup 2-factor can be text or email or whatever. But I thought I was like, that's how you get hacked with a multi-factor, is it only needs to be 1 factor if they do it first. And if you get that authentication app, then there's no other, like, you can't get it anywhere else besides on your device. So they'd have to, like, find your device somehow and know whose it was and blah, 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 blah. Anyway, I thought that was useful advice, because we all know to do MFA, whether we do it or not, but doing it the right way was like another echelon that I just hadn't thought about. I was just like, yeah, I do 2-factor. I was just doing it like an idiot, turns out. So
now I will say mine's not verified right now because I changed my name on Facebook, and my name is not legally changed because we travel so much.
So did Facebook immediately like unverify you?
Yeah. When I changed my name, I'm unverified because I have to, in order to change my name, it has to be long enough. Once you change your name on your Social Security, then you can't fly with passport. So it has to be like long enough without a passport. And I don't have a long enough window yet.
Have you flown? Have you used your old name when you guys have, like, when you went to Paris? How'd you do that?
So my legal name is still Schroeder, because that's my name on my passport, because we had Paris, and then we had Mexico, and then now we have another country, and then we have the Philippines. So all those flights are booked. Anyway, when you have, my point, not trying to promote the Meta thing, but because you're paying them, they care. So it's $15 a month, but you easily have a live person. You have a whole different chat, and you can easily within minutes talk to a person.
Okay. When I asked Daniel about it, he said the blue check mark doesn't do shit for recovery.
It does, because I have, and now I almost didn't change my name on Facebook because I was like, I'm going to lose access to my person.
Yeah.
So I did everything before I changed my name. I talked to her about all kinds of things, put all this extra stuff in place. But that's the biggest reason to me to have the check mark, is you have a person.
Yeah.
You guys should just go with the Sean Day version. Is I'm just so unimportant, I'm never going to have that issue. So
I don't know. You have over 5,000 followers. You had more than I do.
I do have some.
I don't. But if your account gets hacked, do you lose that person? Because now your account with the blue check mark isn't yours anymore. So now it's their person and not your person.
Yikes.
So you can still, if your account had a blue, they can't change stuff, right? Because the only way to change stuff is you have to send, when you have the check mark, you can't change stuff as easily.
Oh, okay. There's like higher level security measures.
Yeah. Like you have to send, and it has to be verified. Like you can no longer just change your stuff. So to change my name out of being unverified, like I had to talk to a person. and get myself unverified.
Mm.
And you could, if your account was still verified, I think somebody else can anyway.
I'll have to look into it.
Can get you in.
I'll have to look
Let's
into
not try it. Let's not try and get hacked.
Yeah, well,
What, isn't Facebook have like literally 70-80% of the world population on their platform? I mean, they have to do these things, right? I mean, it has to be a pain in the ass, or everybody's account's going to be hacked and everything else.
I mean, they're not doing anything about my account being hacked besides like I mean, even when people tried to flag it, they were like, oh, they haven't done anything wrong. It's like, yeah, they hacked my account. I guess that was wrong. Their posts aren't offensive besides that they're trying to steal people's money, right? Like they haven't done anything wrong. It's like, yeah, but define doing something wrong. Yeah, they didn't post pornography on it. That would be, in my opinion, that would have been better than what they were trying to do, which was steal money from people. So tell me what's wrong, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. Anyway, it's frustrating. It's frustrating. Fine, I'll get a damn blue check mark. At least I'm Daniel now. I went with Daniel. I went with Daniel partially because I was like, I think I'm gonna have to pay for the stupid ass blue check mark, and because I know Jebediah. He doesn't get to be JC anymore. He's got to be Jared. So then I was like, fuck, I'm gonna need to be Daniel. And I didn't want to be associated with Crypto Dan. Although Skip on our team sent me a Chat GPT animated created version of Crypto Dan, like a me with a cape and CG on it, or CD for Crypto Dan on it. I thought that was pretty ridiculous, but maybe I'll post it out for the rest of Facebook to get a kick out of.
You'll have to, dude, at the next show, you need to bring out those fake $100 bills with your picture on there. That's Crypto Dan right there. You had that like 2 years ago, I think.
I got this.
That would be perfect, dude. Yeah.
I should do some fake Platta bills. That'd be a good idea.
Crypto.
Oh man, it is. Michael, I think you might have said this yesterday, and you're not.
I know what you're gonna say. I was about to say it. Go.
No, you go. You said it. Why don't you say it?
I think it was the best PR move you could have ever had, honestly. Like, how much attention was put on you over the last week or so? A part of me thinks you did this on purpose. So dude, I'm not sure.
I'm not lying. I mean, it sucks, right? I had 20 years worth of like pictures and posts and content out there, and it's like,
I didn't think about that.
Gone.
I love Facebook memories when they pop up.
Yeah,
dude, it's gone forever. Like they won't even give that back to you, or they will.
No. I mean, that's the thing, is like there's no way to recover it. So that's why I mean, maybe that's why we got to try to talk to a person and be like, hey, here's what happened, and so we'll see.
Is there a way to download? Because this might be a good like learning moment for everybody. It's like Facebook owns that. If something happens to any of our accounts, that's just the cool point. I don't want to lose all those memories.
No. I'm not very sentimental. I had never looked at him before, so I don't know. Like Zig was making fun of me. Scott Ziegler was making fun of me, and I was like, yeah, like it sucks I lost all those memories, but also I've never looked at him once before. I've just kept adding stuff to him, so I guess, am I gonna look at him? I don't know. I'm not a sentimental dude. I'm more about taking the next fish picture than looking at the last one. But the idea of losing it sucks. Frankly, like the worst part was knowing there was somebody out there pretending to be me trying to fuck people over. Like that really pissed me off, because that is so against my core values and like who I am. That bothered me. Losing the content and the pictures strangely doesn't bother me that much. Once the account got down, it like pulled down. It felt like 1,000,000 pounds was off my shoulders. That was the thing that was eating me up and like causing me to lose sleep. Now I'm kind of like, yeah, it'd be nice to have, but whatever. And to Michael's point, there's been so many people that have like refriended and are like, oh, is this the real Dan? And then we re-engage. And it's like somebody I talked to 2 years ago about like a bookkeeping thing. I probably have at least 3 people that I can like think of for sure off the top of my head that are like, shit, I got to get back with you about the bookkeeping thing. And if this didn't all happen, who knows? I mean, they probably eventually would have jumped back in and we would have re-engaged on the bookkeeping stuff. But it is it's the classic, like, any publicity is good publicity thing. It's just weird how it worked out. Crypto Dan, Crypto JC's in the house.
Garrett,
you.
Speaking of blue check marks,
If my wife asks, I'm not at a bar. You look like you're at a bar.
This is not a margarita in my hand.
No,
Get
it's just it's pickle juice because of the cramps from working so hard. You're supposed to have pickle juice. And
Yeah,
everybody knows pickle juice cuts best with a lime.
The cops were detouring us to this bar on the way home. So
Yeah. I'm almost home.
Hi, babe. I got dinner.
In that because I'm like very jealous that I'm not there all day. I was just like, I just want to be maybe all week. This is the longest we've gone without traveling that I've actually had to be in my office. And every day I'm like, I just want to be on a patio with a drink.
I mean, it is like patio season too.
And instead, I'm in my office. So
JC can bring you a drink home.
he's gonna have to pick me up and circle back
Okay.
on the side by side.
I've got enchiladas going for dinner tonight. Leftover enchiladas, but those are just as good as the day one enchiladas as far as I'm concerned. So I think margaritas are in my future as well. I'm feeling inspired. Now that Jared Chanowski, or some call him JC, we know him as Jared from Facebook, and now I'm gonna be Daniel. So yeah, I'm just like following in his footsteps. I'm gonna be proper. This is no lie. I had a guy, and I got to be like respectful about this. I had a guy that is an existing client in a business partnership that he's in, but he has a family business and another business, and he knows me too well already. We have a really good working relationship, but he messaged me the other day and he's like, "Hey Dan, my mom's going to be on this call. My mom is like, they have a business that their whole family does together." He's like, she's super religious. Like, if I swear or say Jesus, like it's going to be a big problem. I just want you to know. And I was like, point heard. I am now Daniel Platta. I'm way more proper. I'm already working on my alter ego for this. I'm no longer crypto swinging F-bombing Dan. Now I'm super proper and non-swearing. There's probably a word for non-swearing, but because I don't know what it is because I swear so much, I just said non-swearing. But yeah, so I'm Daniel Platta now. It's me.
The Mormon.
Yeah. I have 4 wives, and I get into some other stuff. I got a new segment for you guys. We got 20 minutes left, and then I got to jump on with John Karmazin, and we're gonna get into this segment. Jai, we're gonna. I don't know if we can steal the Price is Right music, but we'll come up with something close to it for this segment. I think this segment's gonna be a keeper. Not that any other segment we've done up to this point hasn't been a keeper. I think this one's gonna be a lot of fun. We're gonna be playing some Price is Right. As everybody knows, I got 5 things for sale, and as everybody knows, on the Price is Right, if you bid over, you lose. And so it's the closest to the actual retail price without going over. I got 5 items. You guys can keep your own score. We'll see who wins. You guys ready for a little bit of Price is Right?
Are you selling these on Facebook Marketplace, or where are we selling these?
I mean, I'm not selling them. I'm looking for some shit for sale. I found some stuff on Craigslist. I found some stuff on eBay. I found some stuff on a business sale website. We got some items. We got some businesses for sale. We got a whole range of things. And this is, Jai, that's some good music for price. For
yeah,
business.
not bad.
Right. So we got 5 things in no particular order. I'm gonna do a little screen share here. Here we go. Share screen. I had to, in order to get the price out of the picture, I had to drop it here into the old Microsoft Word. So here we go. And these are from like different locations. We got this used book called "Don't Sweat the Small Stuff" about money, spiritual and
Where
practical.
it's posted. Can we
And it's
know
all the
where-
small stuff.
Yeah, I don't necessarily want you to know where it's posted. You just don't. That's part of the small stuff that you're not supposed to sweat. Angela, quit worrying about the small stuff. Spiritual and practical ways to create abundance and more fun in your life by Richard Carlson, Dick
It's used.
Carlson, PhD. And the funny thing is in the description. Okay, so I'll just read it because it's fun. This #1 best-selling guide to managing your career and living comfortably with your finances reveals fascinating insights for everyone from business people to those who manage the household budget. Don't sweat the small stuff about money. Illuminates how to learn more about the relationship between moods and money. Be aware of what you don't know and what you're not good at. Spend the bulk of your time on the critical inch of your business. Avoid giving away your power. And then the description in Craigslist goes through the book title, the publisher, the item length, the publication here.
Craigslist, Angela.
Are we guessing how much this book is for sale for?
Yeah, you are. This is The Price is Right. Closest without going over. I think on this one we're gonna go Angela, Sean, Michael, and JC because that's how you guys line up on my screen. So that's what we're doing. So Angela,
we should write our numbers. Oh yeah, no, it's Price is Right. We get to see other people's thing without going over.
Yeah. You gotta like give your price because the last person has the benefit of if they think
Jared's gonna go with $1.
They might. You might even want to go with 1 penny. The price of this thing might be below $1.
Yeah.
You have to enter your price. You have to enter it. He can't guess.
Write it down.
Oh, that's right. No.
Yeah, because I could change it. I can't write. Hold on, let me get a pen and paper.
I wrote mine down. I'm not going to.
It depends on what part of the show. Different parts of the show have different bidding things.
I'll write mine down.
I wrote mine down. I got my number. I'm not changing it.
Okay. Let's go. We'll go with the write it down tactic. We can go with the write it down tactic. Where are those whiteboards at? I think I flew them home. They might. The whiteboards. I should have sent a whiteboard with each one of you. Why did I take them? That doesn't make any sense. I should have sent one with each one of you. Oh, well, I guess I'm going to have to spend $4 more for a whiteboard for each one of you guys.
I would have left mine in the hotel room.
You son of a bitch. All right. Are you guys all ready? Is everybody ready to guess the price of don't sweat the small stuff about money? In addition
at home, you should guess too.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Drop your guesses in the chat. Drop them in the chat. Go for it. All right. Everybody flip them around. What do you guys think don't sweat the small stuff is going to run here? Angela says $6. JC wrote on a napkin 10. You went 10?
Yeah, 10.
Sean and Michael.
$4.38.
Sean wrote $7 in the private chat.
Oh, okay. There
$4.38.
Oh, I can do the chat. That's smarter.
3 of you have overbid. Although somebody hit it right on the head, and that was Jai. $5.
Nice.
Here it is.
$5.
Here it is. Where is it?
Shoot.
Here, right here. Here's the Craigslist post.
Why did
Don't sweat the small stuff. $5. It's listed in Chicago. You can buy this right from Dick. Maybe Dick didn't post it. Maybe it's not the author trying to sell his own book. $5 in Chicago.
You know what you should have done, Dan? Don't spend the small stuff about crypto. That would have been like your move.
Hey, man, I was doing this with like 5 minutes to spare. I was just Google searching some shit for sale. But next time we might do a crypto book. Yeah. That'd be funny.
I need my money back for all that Solana I bought. Damn it.
Yeah, here we go. So Jai nailed it on the head. Michael, you had. I didn't see Jai's guess in the chat, but Jai guessed $5. He hit it right on the head.
Yeah, that's good.
He's in the lead. Here we go. We got a pile of office shit for sale.
Ooh.
The seller says, I have 1 brown 3-drawer lateral. Is that like a pitch in football? Like a 3-drawer?
Oh, that's the 3-stack metal cabinet that you stack. Yeah,
it's the lateral, but it's lateral. It's not vertical.
Oh.
It's lateral.
Oh, that's long ones.
I need to see the rest of the pictures, please.
Sorry, dude. I had to take a screenshot of it. They all look the same, though. Even in the small pictures, you can see they all kind of look the same.
Is this Dick again by chance?
I have a box of miscellaneous office stuff I no longer need. Here's a list. The binders are separate from the box stuff. Now he's trying to pitch don't include the binders in your price because he's trying to pitch the binders never used at $2 each. So look out.
That gives us some context.
That's not included, but check out this pencil sharpener. Do you guys see this pencil sharpener right here? Like,
oh yeah.
I want to meet this guy. This guy seems on point. This is like
and for that person that needs 6 staple removers.
Yeah,
you're dealing.
This
is
the guy from Office Space. Like,
you
took my stapler.
Yeah, where's he does? It's not a red swing line stapler, but I believe he has a purple swing line stapler in here. So it's It's like a deeper shade of red in a way.
Dan
So
knows
we
me.
got we have a smattering. We have let me just read through what he's got for the purpose of the audience. He has a box that contains rubber bands, drafting paper, miscellaneous rolls of tape. That's what I always wanted, was some miscellaneous rolls of tape. Carbonless memorandum notepads, miscellaneous rubber ink stamps. Like, I wonder what those stamps
He's a bookkeeper. He's a bookkeeper that's retiring.
He's old. He's old school CBA. Index cards. He's
definitely retired. I do know that.
Hey, let me just do some math here quick for you. He has 10 packs of 9x12 envelopes. That's 100 envelopes for you guys keeping track at home. He's got a post-it fax
envelope. I don't remember the last time I bought a stamp.
Just a post-it fax.
Wait, sorry about the pencil sharpener, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Sorry, that pencil sharpener, the hot commodity. It's got.
Oh damn! I was so pumped about it. Oh yeah, I didn't even get that far. He's got the stapler, the staple removers, liquid paper. Ooh, liquid paper. That's always fun. File folder, labels, paper clips, binder clips. Sorry, the pencil sharpener, Rolodex. Michael knows some Rolodex type of stuff.
Got one right here.
The stapler, Rolodex stapler is no longer available.
Dang.
Oh shit! The price is in there.
I saw that.
Yeah,
but that doesn't include the lateral. That doesn't include the lateral.
Yeah. The 3-ring binders are additional. Damn, I didn't read all the way to the bottom. This one doesn't count. You guys can see the price.
No. That's only one price though.
I can't see it that.
Well, he knows the
price
is $15. 15 takes the box. The 3 of them, no text or email. Oh yeah. So Dan, is your grandfather a bookkeeper? Because I feel like this is very Dan's grandpa thing here.
Yeah.
No, my grandpa had a collection of beer cans. Not lying at all. Just a wall full of beer cans. My brother got the collection and put it out in his shed, and then mice got into it and destroyed the entire collection. So grandpa's beer can collection made it a year in my brother's shed and then got destroyed.
Wait, mice ate aluminum cans?
Yeah, they just got in there and they pissed and shit all over them. So they kind of were like, nobody's gonna deal with them. I do see he was asking $45 for the lateral drawer. Anyway, the post that I saw was
I would have said 70.
15 was what he had it listed for. But his post is so we're gonna skip over this one. His post is so all over the place. It's hard to tell what the hell he's selling for what here. Moving on. That one was just pure joy, pure fun. I think I did a better job of this one. I blocked out the price. We have a Xerox. Jai is still in the lead. Jai's up 1-0. We have a Xerox VersaLink B605 all-in-one laser B/W printer, copy, scan, fax, 58 ppm. That's probably pages per minute if you're keeping track. That's like a page a second, which is about 18K. I don't know what 18K means. I'll tell you that's not the price. We got this lovely Xerox machine.
Do you know how many pages have been printed already on this thing? Because that would affect the value.
For anymore.
Hey, it's just you got to take a shot. You can tell by the way that it looks that it's mildly used.
I feel like you could make a lot of money going to conference shows, and everybody always needs to print shit last minute, and they don't have them at hotels. This would be great.
The Home Service Workshop could have used this one for sure.
That's what I'm saying. I know that. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So how much is it?
Well, we got to guess, right? Hold on.
Yeah, throw some guesses.
All right.
Throw down your guesses.
Hold on.
I got to get up on my other screen here, the actual post, so that I know what the hell the price is. This is fun. I like this segment. This is a good segment.
I like the
Michael, you need like 35 cents in there too, right? 6.72.35.
If it's less than 0.3%, I don't do it.
All right, we got where are we at? Here we go. I got Michael's, I got JC, Sean, Jai, Angela. Angela looks ready. All right, we got Jai saying 150. Sean's at 190. JC is at 430. Michael's at 672.
Oh,
you said $50. Angela said $50. She clearly does not value the Xerox VersaLink B605 the way everybody else does. The real price $645. JC, Jared, Jebediah
$600.
Within range.
670.
Michael was close.
This
Michael
is
was
55
closer.
pages per minute. That's intense.
Yeah, dude, that thing can zip.
I just don't know what
Zip.
anyone
Wait.
needs paper for anymore.
You can't get you can't go over the actual price.
Not in the
No.
Price is
So-
Right. You
Go
can't.
over, man.
Oh,
Michael,
okay.
Price is
Michael
wrong
was
if you do
closest,
that.
but
The price is
Overbid.
wrong.
This is wrong, bitch.
overbid. He overdid it. All right.
Overbid. Okay.
All right. We got Jai and JC tied up at 1 apiece. Moving on
Let's
to
go. Let's go.
number 3 here.
Ooh.
Sale.
Oh, it's
I
a
gotta-
business.
It's a business for sale.
Oh.
And
We got a-
snow removal.
Commercial
Uh-oh.
lawn and snow removal service business. This is a good one. This is interesting. It says in the title, it says 1.76 million. And then if I scroll down a little bit, the gross revenue was 1.676. So they're off by about $100,000 between what they listed here and what's
They
in
need
the
a
title.
bookkeeper.
It's an interesting strategy. It's an interesting
Scroll up a
strategy.
little bit. What's the headline here?
Commercial lawn and snow removal services.
Oh,
Not a
the
service
whole
business. It's a
Does it say
services
anything about the? Does it say anything about the equipment they own?
They have 500,000 worth of FF&E, but who knows? That's not verified. That might be what they spent for it. I don't know. They've got
I feel like JC
they've,
and Michael will get this.
they've got
Sean.
cash flow of 280,000, which is kind of interesting that size of business. And cash flow usually includes like the net income plus any owners benefit from it. So that tells me they're doing a lot of lawn mowing. Is what that tells me. There's not. They're not making a ton of money off of it, and they're spending a lot of money on the equipment. So you don't make enough to actually pay for the equipment. So joke's on you. But it says this successful commercial lawn and snow removal services business has been serving clients in the metro area for 22 years, located in a northwest suburb. Business provide lawn maintenance, cutting, spring and fall cleanup, landscaping, and snow plowing, shoveling, ice melt, snow removal. Clients include mostly townhomes with yearly contracts. Approximately 80% of the revenue is in lawn and landscaping for townhomes. 20% is in snow plowing. Equipment included. Seller is semi-absentee.
So this is a tough one because is this by a broker who actually evaluated it, or is this what the business owner thinks it's worth? And it's going to be on here for 10 years.
It's listed. It's listed on a business sale website.
Yeah.
So it's not like a Craigslist private party business owner just listed it. So like in order to list on here, usually you have a representative of some sort.
All right, I
Okay.
got my number. This is the worst time in the world to be selling this business when you try to be getting these contracts going. Anybody that buys it, this starting out from scratch, is gonna have no idea how to run this business at like go time.
Yeah,
Stupid
it
time.
might not be great.
Oh,
Might not be great.
I think
Scroll
I'm
down,
way
scroll
over.
down,
I
scroll
way
down.
overbid.
Jai.
I don't got a clue.
Dang, I'm feeling it was a little bit different from my guess.
These are tricky ones. I'm gonna save my flavor text here till after because I don't want to give it away. Angela, you got a guess over there?
I don't know. I keep changing my guess. I mean,
How much is it?
Don't cheat, Angela.
okay, what?
All right. Here's the
700,000.
brand. What do you got? 700? 950,000 is the price, making Michael Gregory the winner. Although,
Nice.
yeah, he guessed and then he changed his guess, but he was still close to Angela.
I was going to go freaking 852. God dang it.
You should have. You should have.
Well, yeah, 3 times is 840. 3 times is 840. But then I thought he's got 500 and 280, so I just added 500 and 280 together.
Yeah.
I
These
thought he
ones
was
are
gonna
always
bump-
tricky because usually when a
Yeah.
broker lists it, they like overprice it and then it sits out there forever.
Yeah.
This one actually, when I looked at it, I was like, I mean, they're not making a ton of money, but for that size of business, maybe the right business owner could come in and actually like correct the things they're doing wrong. There's a reason they're selling it, right? I'm sure they're burned out. That's a whole lot of problems to solve for $280,000 of cash flow in a year for that size of business.
950 is a terrible place to be for residential landscaping. Terrible place to be.
That's
you got
tough.
so much work to do. Yeah.
It's a lot of work. It's a lot of work. And if it truly is $500,000 worth of assets, like managing $500,000 worth of assets is awful. I mean,
Yeah.
that's a
That's
whole
small
lot of,
equipment, too. Yeah. It's
that's
all.
a whole lot of small equipment to go produce that. So it's a tough one.
What's
Trevor
up, Trevor?
Williams stealing the house.
Trevor.
So
What's
Trevor.
up? All right,
Hello,
we got one more, and this is a 3-way tie right
Thank
now.
you.
I don't really.
I got to go in 1 minute, so I'm going to guess off the cuff. Let's go. I
All
got
right,
1
now,
minute.
here we go. We're going fast. Here it is. We got
Let's go,
another.
let's
We have
go.
another. This will make it easy. Michael, you can throw your guess in as soon as you got it. We got another landscaping and snow removal business. This allegedly cash flows 160,000 on about 500,000 of revenue. They said their EBITDA was 125. I'm guessing that includes their paycheck. I'm guessing they're not taking a paycheck and then EBITDA after that. I don't know for certain.
Any equipment?
The NA.
Oh, yeah. Well, I went high then.
Welcome to a thriving landscaping business with a 46-year track record of me out doing work at these HOAs.
After 26 years.
This is a well-established $500,000 enterprise that built a sterling reputation of me showing up when I told the customer I was going to show up. That's not what they said. For its commitment to quality is what the business owner said. 2 decades of successful operation, firmly established itself as a trusted name in the landscaping industry. A significant portion of revenue is derived from HOA properties. Specialization has allowed for consistent and predictable income streams. Continues to obtain new bids annually, but cannot service all the new bids, which unfortunately means they have to turn business away. Man, you hear that all the time from really shitty operators. Dulky and I fell for that one time. We bought a business where like, I'm turning so many clients away. It's like, yeah, because you have no processes and systems to grow your business because you don't actually have a business. That's anytime you see that, it's like, oh, this is a job. This is the guy that Michael said, like, oh, you're checking his truck, like they fill up really fast. It's not a business, it's a job. It's a job. Michael's got to run anyway. Michael said 150K.
Michael.
Sean says 300K. Jai says 280. JC says 249. Angela's just got a bunch of scribbles on a piece of
300. That was
300. Cole Sycophus chimes in. He says 1 wheat, 2 wood, and a sheep. I'm pretty sure he just bought a settlement in Catan, which is about equivalent. This business
He must have been playing Oregon Trail.
500,000 they want.
Wow.
500,000 they want. Hey,
Get that
don't
guy my phone.
don't hate
I
the play, hate the game. Sean Day with the W, and so it kind of ends in a tie. Angela's the only one that didn't get one. I
I
think.
didn't get anything.
And I don't have a tiebreaker. I didn't
Not
come prepared
trivia,
for a
always.
tiebreaker. And I got to go to a meeting with John Carmazin, my guy. So we're just gonna end it in a tie. That's what we're doing. But
Cool.
thanks for playing. That was a lot of fun. We're gonna do it again.
Nobody tell my wife where I am.
Angela, JC's gonna have one more margarita and then he's gonna get his ass home.
Yes.
Maybe 2
Love
more.
you.
Oh, he does actually have a full. Yeah, could be a minute.
Owen, he's coming to
Stop
see
at
me.
that Mexican joint. Bring home some Mexican food from that Mexican joint we stopped at.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah. Glad I could be helpful. All right, y'all. I got Barry Little on tonight. I don't know if you guys know Barry.
Oh yeah. He was at Sales Boost.
He was down at Sales
He
Boost.
won his ticket to Sales Boost on this show.
You're right. He did. Oh,
He's got a
Going full circle.
great content game.
He has a great
And
content game.
everyone, the announcement, my big announcement Jane kept talking about is not that I'm pregnant.
Yeah. Angela's not pregnant. That's not the announcement, but she has an
Thank
announcement
God.
coming up.
Woo.
So today we just announced that Angela has an announcement coming
Stay
up.
tuned next week to find out about the big announcement.
Thanks for announcing the announcement.
Yeah, the announcement has been announced. All right, you guys,
He's the one that
Bye.
I hope you're not pregnant.
work smarter and harder. Go earn some pride. We'll see you tonight with Barry. It'll be a blast. Peace out.